Hey guys, this video is going to show 9th through 12th graders or current 8th through 11th graders how to register for classes online. I'm going to start off by showing you what to do on eSchool. Most of you should have done this already before, but I'm going to start with that. And then once I show you how to register on eSchool, I'm going to kind of go grade by grade and give a brief description of what you need, what you have to have. So if you want to skip to the grade that you're in or going to be in next year, you don't have to watch the whole video. And then at the end, I'm going to talk about honor grads for those of you that are looking to do that. So I'm going to start with my eSchool. So this is what your eSchool looks like once you log in. To register for your classes, you're going to click on Classes and then go to Requests. Okay. Each category here, if you click on Edit, that will show you the list of classes. To register for a class, you will click this button and then hit Save, and it will pop up on your screen. If you will notice here that this is only worth a half a credit. This is a level 1. So if it's 1, 2, something like that, then you need to register for the second part as well. To equal a whole credit, okay? So all of the categories are different. You might go into Fine Arts here. If you've already had Art 1, you can click on Art 2. Here's Band, and then this is Choir, just to kind of show you guys how to register for a class. Once you finish, you should be able to add up your credits, and it should have a total credit right here, and there should be 8. Okay, there should be 8. Seniors, I'll talk to you a little bit more about your credits a little bit later. So that is how you register for classes. Okay, so now I'm going to go grade by grade. What I've done is each grade has a separate sheet of paper, like this is for 9th grade. When I send these out, it will say 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, and this is for the class that you're going into, okay? And every paper looks a little bit different, so that's kind of why I want to go grade by grade. So 9th grade, this is what yours looks like. Here's the category that you would have seen on your eSchool, okay, and this is really for everybody. These are all of the career and technical. I do want to point out that all of these below East, okay, are virtual Arkansas classes. Before we left, I sent out a virtual Arkansas survey. If you signed up for any of these classes, then you can go ahead and register for them. East is not a virtual Arkansas class. On your paper, 9th graders, I have highlighted the categories that you must take. Okay, so you must register for English, either English 9 or Pre-AP English 9. You must register for Algebra 1 in math. Now, if you took Algebra 1 as an 8th grader, then you can register for geometry. You must register for this PE and health. You take that as a 9th grader. In science, you have to have physical science. In social studies, I need you to register for the economics and civics. That is a must. The other 2 are electives. And then you must register for this no department. It is your Arkansas history and your oral communications. So if you'll scroll down, I have also listed your graduation requirements. So if you'll notice, you'll get your PE and health out of the way in 9th grade. You'll get your oral communications and Arkansas history. You'll get one of your math, English, social studies, and science. If you choose to take band or art, you'll also get this fine art credit out of the way. So this is just kind of what breaks down for the 9th graders. I also want to point out, if you'll notice, there's only one ag class available. This is kind of like a prerequisite, which means you have to take this survey of agriculture before you can take any of the other ag classes. So as you get older, you'll notice that in 10th grade, there are going to be more options on this paper. But for 9th grade, that's all that's available right now. So now I'm going to move to 10th grade, and you'll notice that the paper looks a tad bit different. There are a few more options. You can see that the ag options grew, okay? So did the family and consumer science. Again, in 10th grade, you must have an English, a math, a science, and a social studies. If you'll notice that social studies is highlighted, typically in 10th grade, you take world history or pre-AP world history. I do want to mention real quick that pre-AP world history is a concurrent credit class, which means you could possibly receive college credit In order to receive college credit, you must take the ACT and score at least a 19 in the reading portion on the ACT. Now, you can still take pre-AP World History and not receive any credit, college credit for it. That is your choice. But you will need to take the ACT if that's the route you're wanting to take. Again, 10th graders, you've got a few more options: English or pre-AP English, pre-AP Algebra 2 or Geometry. Now, I kept Algebra 1 on here for those of you that may have need to retake that. It is on there as well. And again, you just go to those categories on your eSchool and they will be there, okay? They should match fairly well. Again, you have the graduation requirements. I do want to point out as well, when you go into your eSchool, if you go to grades and transcript, you can see what you've already taken, okay? So that you can see if you've gotten that credit taken care of. So you can do that as well. All right, so now I'm going to talk to my 11th graders. You also have the graduation requirements. You can check your transcript to see what you've taken. You have a few more options as well, more than the 10th grade or 9th grade. Again, you must take an English, a math, a science, and a social studies. Usually the social studies is American history or AP American history. AP American history is, again, a concurrent credit class. Same requirements apply. You have to take the ACT and score at least a 19 in the reading portion to receive concurrent credit. So you would be receiving high school credit and college credit for that class. 11th graders have to take this community service and test prep. This is an ACT prep class that we use to prepare you for the ACT that you're going to take as an 11th grader here at school. So that's 11th grade. So if you're in 9th or 11th grade, you must have a math, English, science, and social studies every year, okay? And seniors, here you go. So you have the most options, obviously. Your graduation requirements are also on the back side of the page. I know that you guys are looking forward to possibly getting out early, and that is still a very real possibility for you. I do, however, still need you to register for 8 classes. It is much easier for me to go in and take classes off than it is to add classes later. So if you are an upcoming senior, please go ahead and register for 8 classes for next year. And then we can, that way there's a lot of things that we have to look at, like credits and graduation requirements, and that I would much rather you already be in something than me have to put you in at the last minute, because it would be easier on your scheduling for those purposes. So please go ahead and register for 8 classes. And then I also want to talk to anybody that's possibly shooting for, or their goal is to be an honor graduate. Our requirements for honor graduates really start in the 11th grade. So in 11th grade, you have to take AP English 11 and AP English 12, and then you have to have other AP classes, okay, for honor graduate. Also, as an honor graduate, you have to take chemistry. Okay, so if you're an 11th grader and you want to be an honor graduate, you need to take chemistry instead of environmental science. You also have to have 2 years of a foreign language. Now, if you'll notice right here, that means that you have to take either sign language 1 and 2. It can't be sign language 1 and Spanish 1. It has to be the same foreign language for 2 years. Now, 9th graders, you can start looking at this right now, okay? So you can start registering for the foreign language classes to be taken on Virtual Arkansas as a 9th grader. That is an option. And I think that is